been an exceptional player during the regular season. Last year, it dropped off in their first-round series to the Toronto Raptors. But let's also remember they shocked the Raptors in Toronto in that first.
The Magic more than capable on any given night of beating anybody in the NBA. Let's see if they are up to the challenge.
Chris Middleton gets the first bucket of the game, and Greg, he's a matchup nightmare at his length as a two-guard, 6'8", 6'9", 30 and 14 a game. The only player in the NBA to be in the top 5 in both points and rebounds. His first look is a 3.
The Magic, I tell you what, I'd like to see more of that if you want to have a chance in this game.
Great take. The big guard, Markelle Fultz.
Big, physical, athletic, and really starting to understand the NBA game.
He's now in his 3rd season. The outside game's working. Bledsoe. Vucevic averaged 20 a game last year. Was only 11 in the playoffs, though, against Toronto. Nick on the run out and the mid-range game. And they were a clean team for the most part during the regular season. Antetokounmpo on the spin and the hammer.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Stand in there and take that. And there was an example of the rotation coming a little late there from the weak side.
Good extra pass. The drive kick, it worked. And both teams shooting lights out for the most part. Orlando right now, 5 of 6. Make it 6 of 7. The mid-range game of Markelle Fultz, the first overall pick in 2017. Bledsoe taken away. Vucevic, his line, creates another takeaway, and all those turnovers. That's 4 out of the last 5 possessions. Nick Vucevic, he is huge.
He is, and he is.
It's their 4th turnover already for 11 points the other way.
And that's, again, you have to find things like that if you're the Magic. That you're not going to out-talent this Bucks team. You've got to win the possession battle, right?
Picked up and going the other way is Wesley Iwundu. Good wing for them. Very athletic young man. He got contact, and he's going to the line looking for the three-point play on the foul by Vucevic. Another board. So Nick's already got 7 and 3 to start the game with a couple of dimes. And passes a perfect one. The lead by DJ Augustin, who just came into the game. And on the shot clock, final minute of a real good start for Orlando. Terrence Ross into the body of Antetokounmpo. The veteran, the 32-year-old DJ Augustin. And a good drive and kick for Nick Vucevic. He's got it again. Vucevic into double figures with a dozen.
Come out here on a mission.
It'll be Bledsoe. And a breakdown out front. Made it an easy one and a good take for Eric Bledsoe. They were 24th in the league in scoring before the restart. And you saw the significant improvement. Chris Middleton tried to defend a 2-guard that long. And now in the 2nd year of a big deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, Iwundu taking advantage of Kyle Korver with a crossover out front.
And see, that's a really smart play by the young man. Really good offensive execution. They are creating great looks in the half court against the #1 defense in the NBA, and Korver able to knock down that triple.
Orlando still shooting 55%. Fournier hit half his threes against them this past year. Ennis from deep.
Importantly, their defense has really stepped up.
Vucevic already in double figures. Take him to 14 with that. That was a slick move with the left hand. Also remember what he's been doing out there, setting picks and legit screens. Now, the long deuce. Got it again. 7 of 8 for Nick Vucevic. Gasol doesn't look like Marc Gasol from that replay from last year. An 11-2 run now in a shocking 18-point game, make it 16. He's going to get his. We know that. It's not his game at this point of his career. On the run. Boy, they walled off Giannis, didn't they?
But he made the right read there, getting it to Matthews, and that's that transition opportunity. But that's 2 straight turnovers, too. So after doing such a good job early on, they're going to get a block.
You got it sliding over, picking up the blocking foul, Gary Clark.
But that's 2 straight turnovers, too. So after doing such a good job early on, they're going to get a block.
You got it sliding over, picking up the blocking foul, Gary Clark.
Had their struggles here the last few minutes offensively.
Giannis will get there and follow his own. That's padding the stats, Moses Malone. Who's the GM of Orlando now. Had been in Milwaukee and drafted the man with the ball, Giannis Antetokounmpo. As he gets the 3, Fournier will track it down. Trying to find Terrence Ross and a good spin on the baseline. The reverse.
What a finish.
What an athlete, Terrence Ross. Real interesting first half. Not for the guys that fear the deer. It'll be a great play. Bledsoe drew the attention, didn't he?
He was important. Question, though, for the Magic, can they get Fournier going, who has struggled in the first round, as did last season and obviously in that first half?
Yep. Left Vucevic the hot hand of the first half. And it's a bank, and he did not call glass, did he? 4 from beyond the arc. Almost taken away. It is taken away. Eric Bledsoe read it. And smallest guy on the floor will make him pay once again.
To get their rhythm.
Now Antetokounmpo on the spin. And got what he wanted. All of a sudden, for a 10-point game at the break. Gary Clark's got a dozen, Ennis has 9 above their season averages. Bledsoe going to the line. It beat Fultz out front and got him late.
Just being active, staying engaged.
And how can you lose Antetokounmpo? They did. And it burns him. Gary Clark didn't track him, did he?
Yeah.
Just about 4 minutes into the third. It'll be Vucevic over the smaller Bledsoe, and he gets the best of him.
The champs of these came out and kind of hit him in the mouth a little bit and had him reeling, but they seem to have recovered a little bit, but they're great execution.
In that matchup downstairs, Giannis 10 of 16. Just like Vucevic. On the take, Markelle Fultz pulled his way inside.
The Magic's partnership with the FRC has been conducting a voter registration campaign with the theme, get off the bench, get in the game, and
leading scorer. So
over the top, Vucevic, they fronted him. He gets the best of him. Marvin Williams in a difficult matchup for him on the block.
About that versatility with Vooch, can also score with his back to the basket, and nice finish there by Hill.
At one point, they only had 3 midway through the second quarter. Loose stuff. Marvin Williams goes to the ground to save it. And a good give and go. DiVincenzo. DJ Augustine. Using Birch. And Kent Birch, who only averages 2 points a game. Owundu in for the first time in the second half. They're trying to get Terrence Ross on the run, and he gets it. Former University of Washington Husky Terrence Ross. Isaac was out after the first of the year with a knee injury. Before the injury he sustained here. What a pass! Middleton.
fans went with Human Torch.
That's Bunsen burner. It'll be Terrence Ross in the mid-range game. Shooters shoot. Played as many minutes as he has, as long as he has. You know how tough he is. You know, they say a lot of times it's the shooter who's not, but he is. That's huge. Chris Middleton makes it an 8-point game.
Ends up being a wasted possession.
Now, how long can they go without Vucevic on the floor? Good pocket pass, Brook Lopez, and it barely got there on that bounce entry.
Attacking that defensive backboard.
It'll be Ross. He got away with the hammer. Terrence Ross makes the most of the opportunity at the rim.
Is a difference maker when he gets it going.
Bucks now 12 of 36 on their threes, and DJ Augustine burns them deep. So a little more than 6 to play. 16 for Ross, as you mentioned, and make it 18.
And I tell you what, they are dicing Milwaukee up. You're going to have a lot more from your second best player moving forward.
Vucevic free on the arc. Got him again. 14-point game and a shocker. It'll be George Hill. And it was Vucevic who changed that shot. Yeah, he wasn't exactly like he had established position there. Fournier, can he get one finally? Yes! Oh. First bucket of the game. Yeah, he wasn't exactly like he had established position there. Fournier, can he get one finally? Yes! Oh. First bucket of the game. Hill on the run. As Fultz was back in there, great look. George Hill got the triple.
An impressive performance by the Mavs as well. That was a good game to watch last night.
Now it's Fournier. Big one. He got it. Evan Fournier.
Spacing, I thought, on that possession by the Bucks.
Fultz didn't call glass, but it's a second chance. Fournier, a triple. Got it. You see the dominance of the season series, so nobody could have anticipated this today. Fultz with Vucevic. Great pocket pass inside. And that will give us our final score of a 12-point win for the Orlando Magic. Greg, our first shocker so far.
Yeah, impressive performance by the Magic.
They've met so frequently over the years. They play similar defensive-minded styles, and we are underway from Orlando. Dragic the rebound in motion. The drop off, the finish, and the foul. And you saw the Heat, who in the bubble have fast break more than they did all season. Brogdon will use that Turner screen. Shot clock down to 7. You see the switching of Miami. Drop it inside. TJ Warren, his first bucket. Robinson with the 3. Shot clock at 9. They double team Butler. And now Butler trying to work on Oladipo. There's Turner to help out. And he'll draw the foul and flip it in.
Jimmy said he's kind of put it behind him and said it's all about him. He helping his team with excellent pass that time to get on the pick and roll with Miles Turner. But I'm sure at some point.
Shape, shot clock at 3, spins, stumbles, and turns it over. The Heat pushing with numbers. And Robinson, it's not a 3.
Because these teams played each other 4 times. But once you get into the playoffs, there are different nuances that you bring to the table, like TJ Warren. That's the feel-out part of what will work, what won't work, and what adjustments will we ultimately have to make.
Oh, that's the matchup you talked about, Adebayo.
And that mid-post. If you can scoot him out a little bit more, it brings you closer to help, and that shot is not as easy.
Oh, Brogdon with a lefty finish. A year ago. Nice steal by Butler. Got it in front of Warren and all the way in to finish. You can't have a one-on-one matchup if you never let the guy catch the ball. And you Butler all the way to the rim, but it's Warren that bothered him on that shot. The leak out, and Sumner able to finish.
Just keep our eye and see if things get heated up a little bit.
The rookie Tyler Hero missing the 3 and a loose ball foul.
The Indiana coaching staff is Oladipo on the ground and right in between the scrum, so to speak. It looked like he may have gotten right there, hit in the face by Crowder inadvertently.
And clawing and staying in the game.
Well, example right there, Malcolm Brogdon got kind of bullied down into the lane and thinking about getting down to the lane. TJ Warren quickly off the defensive rebound. So important to create offense off of your defense.
Tyler Hero for 3, answers right back. And Holiday, Aaron variety, laying this up and in.
Yeah, that time quick move.
19-9 run, another steal. TJ Warren breaking out of the pack. Warren on the handle. Warren with the pull-up and puts it up and in. Eric Spoelstra said settle in multiple times. And very patient, Jakar Sampson able to put it in.
To allow now deep penetration either off the dribble or the pass to maybe get good looks at and high percentages looks at the basket.
Eric Jones Jr. hitting that 3. McConnell and Jakar Sampson. If Jakar Sampson can spell Miles Turner.
So you can see the aggressive nature of their offense. Doesn't look like it's one-on-one, but sharing the basketball, getting out in transition has opened it up.
A little pick and pop for Olynyk, and he drops in the 3. So settling in, that's what Eric Spoelstra was talking about. And Tyler Hero, the rookie, and there's his first playoff basket. And like you said, do something.
Finish off the glass.
Indiana, good ball movement, better hands by Dragic. Took it from McConnell. And Hero the lob, and finished. The multiple championships with the Warriors, and at 36 still doing it. And Justin Holiday, speaking of 2015 world champions, Dragic has to spill back out to the corner. Olynyk, nice handoff. Iguodala is just going to randomly keep dunking. The drop back into Turner, flipping up and in, and just respecting Indiana. Doing anything inside is necessary so that he can't clamp down on outside shooters. Adebayo off the dribble.
Without having a collapsing defense around him.
Justin Holiday catch and shoot 3 in response.
The ball in the basket, coming back averaging 14, but it shortens your rotation as well. If you're Nate McMillan.
Oh, backdoor cut, and Butler drops the hammer.
Warren not allowing him to get any open looks, any space to allow him to get comfortable offensively. Speaking about comfortable, again, Adebayo able to off a soft brush screen.
Butler on McDermott. And the kick out stolen by Warren. Time to work with 5. Brogdon ahead of everyone to put it up and in.
I did not see him come out, so take from that what you may.
And the pass to Turner for the dunk to begin the second half.
at some point was able to lodge Crowder out of the way to get that easy basket inside.
Dragic floating it over Turner. And now it'll be Brogdon on Adebayo. I don't know that this is a mismatch. Not the way Bam plays defense. Warren wing threes. Perfect! They clear aside in the face-up shot clock at 4. The Dragon for 3. Does he ever age?
I told you my secret formula, okay? You can't share it right now because then everybody will try it. But Dragic just take these ultimate professionals, speaking about professional, coming off that pick tight. Brogdon able to knock it.
Ginobili, Scola, Tony Parker, all those guys.
Yeah, well, they kind of find a niche for finding those guys.
Oh, Robinson fouled, making a 3. Turner, shot clock at 2, and he throws it away, and Butler's got another steal and slam. Nate McMillan's going to take time. Pretty ready, another point on Duncan Robinson.
Yeah, well, he spent a lot of the quarantine time looking at film of shooters, especially our own Reggie Miller, as Bam Adebayo just scores on the dunk.
And let me say 6 Eastern. TJ Warren, a little push shot up and in.
He's had a couple tough shots that he had to take he didn't make, but for the most part, he's receiving a lot of the benefit off the movement of his offense.
Jay Crowder hitting the 3. Heat had led by 10. Indiana scratching and clawing to hang around. Adebayo flipping it up and in.
No, stop it.
That's 6'9".
As of yet, hasn't played.
He had some bubble issues.
Yeah.
And Brogdon with a 3. Sumner, little step around and flipping it up and in. And it's the bench play. Indiana's got 22 off the bench. TJ McConnell, Ani Iguodala, putting it up and in. Banking it home. So McConnell, Justin Holiday, McDermott, Aaron Holiday, and Jakar Sampson. And McConnell!
But that's his shot.
TJ McConnell! So Justin Holiday, Aaron Holiday, McConnell, Sampson, and McDermott. Jakar Sampson. Jakar Sampson. Hero probing. Hero step back. Tyler Hero dropping that in at 20 years of age. It's gotten a little personal. We've documented it. Dragic for 3. The Dragon.
Stops you need on this end of the court that allows your offense to put you in a position to win the game.
Oh, Dragic is owning the 4th right.
Shot making ability or to make a decision to get the pass out to his teammates.
TJ Warren, another 3, and it was before Butler could get there. And he's answered that tonight. Oh, what a tough turnaround by Hero. Are you kidding me? Tyler Hero playing catch with Dragic, and he drops in another 3.
But great discipline that time by Dragic. I would say this, that the defense and the hands in particular weren't as active by the Pacers. Oh, beautiful pass.
Nice cut by Turner.
Oh, but how about
Brogdon
the pass?
found him. He's just one of those guys that uplifts all his teammates. You just see that. I love that he was having fun with his little flip shot.
Well, you see it too.
Oh, Butler! A 24% three-point shooter. The Pacers need to string together stops. Butler spinning, Butler rising, Butler! Another 3!
Done it both off of pick and rolls, off the dribble.
Miami's biggest lead of the night. Brogdon back to 10 at the 2-minute mark. Butler has led the way with 24. Dragic has led the way in the 4th. 8-point game after the free throws. Final minute of play here in game 1. Butler banking it home. Jimmy Butler with 26 to lead all scorers. And game 1 goes to the Heat. They've met 3 times in the bubble. The regular season ones don't count. This one does.
Really had become a big piece for Billy Donovan.
Yeah, well, the way he got into the starting lineup, his very first start was January 20th against the Rockets. He did a great job on James Harden.
Time that they have faced each other since Houston made that big trade, shipping Clint Capella out of town, as Danilo Gallinari gets the Thunder on the board first. Here he comes, probing the defense. Gallinari is there. Shot clock down to 3. Harden pulls the trigger and hits. Set an NBA record for made threes and attempted threes each of the last 3 years. And they have picked up where they left off. Adams
gets in the paint at 15 a game. So he's their pace and their attack on the rim.
Harden has to fire the three, and he beats the clock.
Nobody wants to be sitting out come playoff time.
No shortage of storylines in this series. This is Daniel House. Ben McLemore, what a season it's been for him.
85% in the restricted area, the best in the league. He blocks shots, he runs the floor, he's done a very good job.
Dennis Schroeder. Jeff Green fakes the three, puts it on the deck, a little bit of contact, and he hits. Rebecca, great point, and everyone, of course, keeping their fingers crossed, Stan, that there will be no positive tests as Eric Gordon taking on contact. Noel again pulling back. This is Baisley in the corner. Good ball movement. Chris Paul, if you've just joined us, still looking for his first basket. And he's now 0 for 5. Adams, the tip in.
Get to know each other, but they have played well since.
This is Green kind of twirling around in the paint. And the big vet gets the friendly bounce. Nicely set up by Paul. Long rebound, Gordon. Rockets want to push the pace. Gordon goes right to the rack. See the run by Houston, 7 in a row. House on a corner three. That's good. Make it 10 straight for the Rockets. Largest lead of this opening half, up 17 against the Thunder. Paul the drive and kick. Setting the table for Diallo. This is Gilgeous-Alexander. Thought about the step back, now to Gallo. Shot clock down to 3, puts it on the deck. Guarded tightly, fires long 2 and hits. The sweet stroke of Gallinari. And he brings Oklahoma City within a dozen. Quick trigger 3 by Gordon.
Come toward Harden, he's jumping toward them. You're inevitably going to foul. When he creates the space on that step back, it sounds off. You got to let him go. It's his third 3.
McLemore 3 of 4 off the bench from downtown. He's got 9 points. Gallinari, that's a 3.
And loading up their defense, ready to come to help.
Harden again breaking him down. Went right around Robertson like he wasn't even there. Shot
Houston does 5. A lot of that too, Spiro, but you can do that if you have a guy as great as James Harden.
Tucker from deep. Largest lead for Houston. Timeout Thunder.
But this is their best lineup. This is the best 5-man lineup in the NBA that the Oklahoma City Thunder have on the floor right now.
Rockets fans have to be feeling pretty good about what they've seen so far here. Rockets have hit 5 straight shots as they have built this lead. Adams, boy, nifty feet by the big man. Now, can the Thunder make a push here with under 3 minutes left before halftime? Paul steps into a 3. That's good. 16-point Houston lead as we come up on the final 2 minutes before halftime. Schroeder to the rack. And just like that, 14-point game. 3 to shoot. Lets her rip. A little bit too much. Covington trying to tap it. It's Paul. Here he comes down the paint, taking flight, and here comes Oklahoma City. And so far, a good start here after a quiet start for Gallinari. 14-5 run until that Jeff Green triple. Jeff Green, who has led this second unit from Houston, 13 off the bench. Gordon hanging in midair, and he banks it home.
And they've cut it to 13.
Thunder out of fouls. Harden goes right around Schroeder, and he's headed to the free throw line. And the rebound pulled weak side by Danilo Gallinari. So, Stan, here we go. How does Billy Donovan get his team back into this one? Is Adams, boy, that'll help. Potential three-point play.
Where they have a big advantage. Since the Rockets have gone small, they're the worst rebounding team in the league, and they need to take advantage. But again, lack of discipline. That's all set up because you got up on Gordon's shot fake, which allowed him to drive. You had to come and help, and you set up the 3.
Oklahoma City's offense back in gear. Here comes Harden. Gets his defender on his heels again.
Concerned about giving their guy a 3. No one comes to help on James Harden, who's the leading scorer in the league.
Shipping Clint Capella out of town in early February, just prior to the trade deadline. They've certainly gone all in. Gallo! That's a long 2. Clock at 7. This is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's had the sweet stroke this season, but not that time, not tonight. Gordon, boy, getting his shoulder into Gilgeous-Alexander. It was his first points in the second half. So he'll get a much-deserved breather here. Harden, quick trigger three, and here comes Houston. Third three of the night for Harden, 21 points. And now can CP3 get his game going?
Because of the fear of the three, and you're going to have opportunities to back cut for layups.
Here's Ferguson. That's a triple. Thunder desperately need more of that. House beats him back. Right-handed thunderclap. Harden sucks in the defense. Out to House. Still 7 to shoot. House breaks it down. McLemore from deep. Splash. Much made about the relationship between Harden and Paul. You know, all the reports about how things became strained towards the end as Nerlens Noel rolling to the cup. Houston's bench tonight, Stan, shooting 79% from the field. Harden got it.
Well, one of the problems that he's having, like the entire Thunder team, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of 13 guys in the league who scores 10 points a game or more on drives, and there's nowhere to go on the drive. Shell drill, where the ball just moves around and no players move. That's what Oklahoma City is allowing Houston to do defensively tonight. I've always wondered that, Spiro. So I'm shooting well because I'm getting and making good shots. So what I should do then is take a bad shot. Yeah, well, your hotness comes because you're a good shooter getting good shots. So keep working to get those good shots.
I'm not going to win this argument, so I'll give up. That's a three from Green.
That there was that much contact. I like the way Steven Adams has played in the second half, really all night.
A little bit short as Houston Stan has cooled off a little bit from three. But their lead still at 17 points. Gallo on a deep three. That's good.
Think of trading baskets down 14 with 7 minutes to go.
29 points for Gallinari. That was his second three of the night, but Harden has the answer.
Look, with Russell Westbrook out, they've gotten exactly what they needed, and that is typical performance out of James Harden.
Three-pointer by Tucker. Little misdirection by Gilgeous-Alexander. Good ball movement. Back inside to Gilgeous-Alexander.
A bit of ball and player movement can do to get you better shots, and we haven't seen much of that out of the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight.
A rare chance that we see Harden matched up with Chris Paul. So Westbrook advantage Thunder. And then you look up and you see this score as Paul hits a rare three on a night that he has really struggled. Only his second three tonight. And now they'll reset. That's another three from Paul. Trying to give him a little shot in the arm here.
And creating a course in the business of sports media and entertainment. Paul is all about the action, progress, all the time.
Stan in our country, and of course CP3 right at the forefront of that group.
No question.
Harden, pretty drive and finish. Night for Green.
Jeff Green's pulling it all out tonight. A right to left, behind the back dribble to a finish. I mean, normally we see Jeff as a great playoff performance by this team.
Year 12 for Green as Harden goes right down the paint, nearly untouched in the playoffs. Going to find a lot about that Bucks team down the stretch. As Houston continues to just keep on coming. That's Bruno Caboclo on TNT. Meanwhile, a Game 1 domination here by the Houston Rockets. James Harden, just another night at the office, 37 points.
Great players and those guys in the post.
To see what kind of energy and focus and execution the Lakers have, because it's been basically 8 preseason games leading up to this moment. For Portland, they've been in a playoff scenario from the time they came to Florida. First shot of the playoffs is Anthony Davis, and Nurkic this past week, and he's come back from that nasty leg injury. They lob underneath, and the first basket is scored by... During the end of the regular season, they were one of the worst offenses in the NBA, the 22 that were there. This is the #1 bubble offense, Portland. Nurkic, three.
Even though they've got LeBron, they don't have their crowd there to really give them that adrenaline push.
A good fake by AD. Gabriel's on him. Little off-balance shot, tipped once, and up and in by 7-footers. We know about the great guards. They don't play particularly good defense, though. Blocked by McGee. He's under there to deny. Lakers led the NBA in block shots. Down the middle goes LeBron all the way. Doesn't get the whistle. Guys will bring it up.
Yeah, it was verticality there. They jumped, the defenders there, they built that wall and jumped straight up.
Danny Green is on Carmelo Anthony.
Need 2+2 because just with this lineup that the Blazers put out there, they've got 4 guys that can score.
AD count it. And 3 minutes into the game. Game 1. LeBron drive, kick. Green can't get it. Another offensive board. But
getting that defensive rebound.
You know, Stu, I talk about that championship experience. He has 2 titles. That's good defense on Lillard. Forced a bad shot. Green all the way. Green lays it up. Green gets denied by Gabriel.
But Gabriel made a nice play and reject the shot.
Quick ball movement. Pull up now by McCollum, who leads 0 for 3 from downtown. Nurkic looking for his second 3. Long shot, long rebound, and it falls for KCP. Reverse layup, no. Follow once. Taken by AD. Can't score. McGee tried to slam it home. So the Lakers had a couple.
Rebound.
You know, I was mentioning it. We should be at Staples Center right now with a crowd roaring. What a great roll.
He hadn't committed his dribble.
AD open for 3. Going to be way short. Long lead over Davis. That's a great. We're only 5 minutes in. Not even that in game 1. Anthony Davis going to spin. Count if it goes. It doesn't go. Plus rebounds and was number 1 in the league in block shots. AD was 3rd. They double up on Lillard. They give it to Nurkic. He can't get it around McGee. Then he.
Yeah, great game. And, you know, with Whiteside in the game now, that puts one of their bigs on Anthony Davis. So that's going to take them away from the rim.
LBJ to Danny Green. Danny Green, the floater.
He sees the ball go through the hoop.
Lakers just 4 for 17 to start the game. Portland is at 50%. Quick first step by Nurkic. Hangs, misses. Lakers can get it. They do. The tap by KCP to LBJ. Down he goes. Danny Green's going to try it again. Can't hit it. AD working hard. Falls down. No whistle. And at the other end is Carmelo Anthony, and he gets fouled.
Home court is what you always look for, but this is a neutral court game here.
Yeah, it's a proud accomplishment, and it was a great regular season, but it doesn't get you a whole lot in the playoffs. How about a tough matchup with the Portland Trailblazers? KCP can't knock down the rainbow, so the Lakers, this is what we saw during the last 8 games of the regular season. Backdoor the Laker defense. This is a very starter-oriented Portland team. They don't have a great bench. They will throw Gary Trent Jr. at you. Down goes LeBron. Count it! And winning shot the other night. His first ever in a Laker uniform and in his pro career. KCP kind of in no man's land, and there is Kuz.
Yeah, KCP got lucky there. They should have had an interception.
Damian Lillard is on Kuzma. Kuzma goes baseline. Tough shot.
And a lot of rebounds to be gobbled up.
Fall away. 3-pointer. Difficult for the Lakers. They were 3-5 since the restart. Of course, most of those games didn't mean a thing. Around a pick comes Lillard. It's through. Lakers down 31-17. LeBron backing in. AD. Remember, the Lakers have not hit a 3. He moves in from 10 feet. He hits the deck again. Hazonia down the middle goes Nurkic, because they just certainly haven't been as motivated as some of these other teams. Down the middle goes AC, the Caruso. See if that wakes up the Lakers, and they definitely need one. Carmelo straight away. Good box out by Anthony Davis. Now LeBron, who has not gone out of the game. He normally would go out at the 6-minute mark. He drives all the way. Have been by a combined 11 points. Lillard all the way, all to.
Stop anymore, so it doesn't matter.
LeBron facing the basket. He glides in to score.